I'm going to show you a quick and easy humidity-proof curly hair routine so that your hair won't get totally ruined by the heat and humidity. Making your style humidity-proof is about more than just using humidity-proof products. The routine is also very important, and there are small tweaks that you can make to help your style last longer in the heat and humidity. So today I'm going to walk you through my quick and easy humidity-proof curly hair routine, and I'll explain exactly what you can do to make your style more humidity resistant. And if you watch until the end, I'll share with you my top recommendations for humidity-proof products. If you're new here, I'm Delilah, and on my channel, I'm all about simplifying curly hair care and helping others embrace and love their curls. The first step to a humidity-resistant routine is making sure that you're using a good shampoo and a good conditioner. So you want to start with less moisture because we don't need as much moisture since there's so much moisture in the air around us. That's what the humidity is. So we don't need to use such moisturizing products. So I recommend a little bit stronger cleanser and more lightweight conditioners. You can also look for conditioners that have humidity resistant ingredients like the Twist Whether or Not conditioner. That's my favorite. It has a couple of polymers in there and emollients that really help to seal your hair to prevent it from reacting to the humidity. I washed with the Nizoral shampoo yesterday because my scalp has just been really angry lately. And then I followed that up with the Smart Curl conditioner from Evolve because that's just what I had in my shower. But if I had to, I would have used the Twist Whether or Not conditioner. I'm just out of it. I don't have any on hand, but that's definitely my go-to. Although there's a couple other conditioners out there that can do similar things. Remember that I have a video all about humidity-proof products that you can watch after this. So after you shampoo and condition, you want to use a lightweight leave-in or cream if you would like to. I personally don't ever use leave-ins or creams, so this lightweight part is really key. Instead, I'm going to come in with a humidity resistant serum. This is the Wonder Balm from Evolve, and this has a couple of ingredients in it that mimic silicone, so it's really, really good for humidity proofing your hair. So I'm just going to apply a very small amount. This is probably about a pea size. A lot goes a long way. And this is very it's not really oily, but it's definitely a serum. And I'm just going to apply that all over, focusing on the areas that tend to frizz up, which for me is this area right here, the front. Now my hair is getting dry, so I am going to spray some more water. So again, I used this serum because I really need a low moisture routine. My hair does not like a lot of moisture. As I said, I always skip leave-ins and creams. And so this is a really good option to provide that sealing power that I could get from another leave-in and really help protect my hair against the humidity. There's lots of products out there that can fit the bill. Now the next step is probably the most important step, and that is your main styling products. You want to choose styling products that have both a very strong hold. Light and medium are not going to cut it in humidity. I'm sorry. It just does not work. Okay, forget about light and medium hold. You need a strong hold, and you need humidity resistant ingredients in the product. So those include polymers like polyquats, silicones, acrylates, things that say like polymer. You'll see like copolymer and stuff like that. Those are the ones. Also emollients, which include oils, butters, waxes, that kind of stuff. That stuff can be heavy. All these ingredients can be heavier because they're not water soluble, most of them. So you may have to use a stronger shampoo to make sure that you're removing the buildup. But this is what you need for humidity, unfortunately. So those really natural organic products just do not hold up in high humidity because they don't form that film, that barrier on the hair that protects us from the humidity. These polymers are the ones that really are doing the work there. And again, those are really not going to be found in the more natural and organic products. I'm going to surprise some of you today because you guys know how I feel about Curlsmith. I'm generally not a fan. There are very few Curlsmith products I like, but I'm going to use the In Shower Style Fixer. I've been using this for a couple of weeks now, and it actually works really, really well for me in this humidity. It's a very strong hold gel. You can see it's a level 10, the strongest hold that they have. It is a thick gel, so you do have to be careful with using this, especially for hair type like mine that's fine on the lower density side. It's easily weighed down. Too much of this can really ruin your hairstyle. So definitely going to use a very small amount, but I love this one because the second ingredient is a polyquat. So right away, I know that that's going to protect against humidity and provide the hold that I need. And then as you keep going down, you will find more emollients and hold and humidity resistant ingredients. So this is an excellent choice for humidity. All right, so I'm gonna put on each side. I'm doing probably about a pea size amount here. And because this gel is so thick, see how it's like not even moving? I'm gonna spray some water in my hands and emulsify it. This just makes spreading it a lot easier, and that helps you not overdo it and apply too much. So I'm just gonna rake it through. I try not to get too close to my scalp area because my scalp does not like product on it, so you just have to be careful with that. And this is not a moisturizing gel, so that can be a problem with a lot of stronghold gels. They're not very moisturizing, so if that is a problem that you have had in the past where you've tried gels and you feel like they're really dry on your hair, then you definitely want to layer a cream under it. And I would look for a cream that has some humidity resistant ingredients in it. Just be careful if you're layering products underneath, because remember that the more moisture you have in your routine, the less hold you're gonna get, the less effective it's going to be in the humidity. So if you do want to layer something under your gel because your hair tends to get dry, just be light-handed. As little as you can get away with, that's the goal here, which may take a little bit of testing, but definitely is something you want to try to pin down. A bonus tip for you, if you want extra hold, you can layer 2 styling products. I'm all about simplicity and keeping things as simple and as quick as possible, so I don't do that. But if I were to layer products, I would probably just cocktail them in my hands by squeezing in a little bit of each one, whether it's like mousse, gel, whatever, in my hand together, emulsifying it and then applying it, just so that I'm not applying 2 steps. But you can definitely layer. I recommend layering products like mousse and gel, or maybe a custard and a gel, something like that, so you're really enhancing the hold. Layering creams and stuff like that is not going to increase your hold because those are not holding products. So holding products are going to be your gels, custards, anything that's jelly-like. Foams barely have hold. Usually foams are for volume, so I wouldn't really count foams. Mousses though, mousses generally do have some hold, so mousses are a good idea. And then spray as well. Okay, now the next step, once you have applied all your products, this is a step that is really going to reduce the frizz and increase the longevity of your style, and that is brush styling. Now you don't have to go all out brush styling all of your hair and doing the whole twirling and all that, because I don't know, I just don't have the time or patience for that. So I do like a quick brush styling technique, which I'm going to show you here. I've done it in videos before, it's nothing new, but definitely focus on the areas that annoy you the most problematic areas. Or I like to focus on the areas I can see in the mirror, so I don't really care what's going on back here because I'm not looking at it. So I generally will focus on this area, but it's up to you what you want to focus on. So just really quick brush styling to just really help reduce the frizz and encourage the longevity of your style. It's so important when you are dealing with high humidity. So I'm going to section my hair into 2 sections because I don't have a lot of hair, so you may want to do 3 or more. And I'm using the bounce curl brush because it's just easier. It's one step, it clumps and splits the clumps all in one, so it's just easy for me. And I'm just going to brush through. What I'm doing here is 2 things. I'm making sure that the product is distributed evenly through my hair, and I am creating the frizz-free clumps. So I'm really just brushing it through, and I will work on scrunching my hair once I've brushed it all through. So now I'm going to do like the back in one, just because I don't want to have that split down the middle from styling. So I'm just going to take the back and just brush like that. It's just a really quick, easy way to make sure that I am getting the definition that I want back here. And I probably should have sectioned this a little better, but I am a bit lazy when it comes to doing my hair. I have cowlicks back here, so I like to take this section and just go straight up like this. Pull really well and make sure that it covers the cowlicks back there. Then I'm just going to come in and do the same thing on each side here. I don't want the sections to be too thick because then it just makes my hair look really thin. So I am I also don't want to, I want to leave this part for last just so that I don't part it when I'm styling it. It's really important that your hair is wet enough when you're doing this part, otherwise you're not going to get nice clumps and it's going to frizz up and get stringy. This part I'm brushing forward because this helps with the part. I don't like to make a part in my hair when I'm styling it. And I find that I get more volume like this as well. So now I'm just going to flip over and scrunch everything in. My hair's not dripping wet like it normally is, but if it was, I would take my hair towel and I would just scrunch it up to get the excess water out. Microplopping, but it's not, so I'm just going to go straight into glazing another very small amount of the gel that I use just to make sure that I have coverage on the ends, which tend to dry very quickly. So I'm just taking another very small piece size amount. All right, so this is what we're working with. I am going to diffuse next. And I find that diffusing is key for my hair to last. When I diffuse, I get a lot less frizz than if I air dry, in addition to volume, but that's obvious. And my hairstyle lasts a lot longer. Whenever I air dry, I get 1 day out of my style. Then by the next day, it's just flat, stretched out, stringy, fluffy. So when I diffuse, my style lasts for several days. It just really helps with the longevity because it's locking in your style right away. It's activating your styling ingredients that are in your hair with the heat, which doesn't get activated when you're air drying. So it just overall works better. You just really have to be careful with diffusing so you're not causing frizz. So if you need help with diffusing, watch my video with diffusing tips to help you get on a better track there, because diffusing should not be causing you any frizz. I'm going to diffuse my hair, which takes me about 10 minutes, and then I will be back to show you the results. Here are the results. I finished diffusing and then put the root clips in and let it sit for about 15 minutes. And so this is what I have now. So I do have a slight, very slight cast. This gel does actually give me a cast as long as I don't use a leave-in, but it comes out very easily for me. For other people, it might take a little more work, but I'm actually just gonna leave it because leaving the cast in helps you with the humidity, and it's about to start raining. So I know it's gonna be really humid very soon. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. And I do get some frizziness in this area sometimes, is why I focus on here when I apply my styling product, but it actually doesn't look bad, so I don't need to fix it up. Usually I will spray a little bit of water and like do the finger coiling thing, but it's actually fine. So you can see we have very minimal frizz, lots of nice clumps thanks to the bounce curl brush, and this will do pretty well in the humidity. There's one more step we can take to add even more longevity and frizz protection to our style, and that is using a finishing spray. So I like to use this Suave spray because it's unscented, really, really cheap. It's like under $3 at Walmart. So this is a good one, and you can spray this on wet hair or dry hair. I tend to spray it, well, I alternate, but when I spray it on wet hair, it does make my hair a little drier, and since I was already using such a drying gel, I didn't want to do that. So now that it is pretty much set, I can spray some on. And so I recommend you put this on a few minutes before you're headed out of the house. And so just a couple of quick sprays. And that does it. Doesn't need much, but that will add an extra layer of protection. I haven't tried the Curlsmith spray. That's one that people always ask about. It's on my list, not yet. But again, this is super cheap and unscented, which is so hard to find. I hate really strongly scented products, which Curlsmith has. So I do like this one. This is a max hold level 8. I mean, it's really, really strong hold. Perfect ingredients for humidity protection, and there's no moisture in it, so great for my hair type as well. One last thing I do want to say before I finish this is Do not expect that now that you've used all these humidity proof products and techniques, you're going to go outside and it's raining and your hair is going to look exactly the same, because it's not the case. The point of this is to extend our results for as long as possible, reduce the amount of frizz we get, reduce the amount of definition loss that we get when we are in the humidity. But there's no like 100% foolproof way to maintain our hairstyle in humidity. It's going to be affected by the humidity no matter what. Using these products and techniques helps, so it's not as bad as if you weren't using them, but I'm still going to lose some definition. I'm still going to get some frizz, and that's to be expected. So I don't want you to have unrealistic expectations when it comes to styling your hair in the humidity. So I just wanted to show you what my hair looks like the next day. So you can see it held up pretty well. I've still got really good definition. I've just lost some of the volume, but overall, it's good. It did rain for most of the day yesterday. It's going to be raining again today, and I'm going to be going out. So I don't think I'm going to do anything to it. I'm just going to like separate these big clumps, and tomorrow I will come back and show you what it looks like on day 3 as well, so you can see how well it holds up, not only as for the longevity, but hanging out in the humidity, because I'm going to be outside. So I expect that it is going to fluff a little bit more, but this is good. Okay, so here is day 3. This is the next day, and you can see we have maintained a lot of definition. I've lost a lot of volume. It's really flat. It's very greasy up here, especially like on the back, which is normal for day 3. This is typical, but you see how I have held up the curl clumps. There's very minimal frizz. I'm starting to get some tangles and stuff. It's not as soft as it was before, but I mean, overall, it's good. It has been raining every day, though I haven't really spent a lot of time outside. There's still humidity in the house. I've gone outside for short periods of time. So I think this is a great result for something that works in the high humidity. It's not like an extensive, lengthy process, and it's not a bunch of expensive products either. If you need help finding products to build your humidity proof routine, then you're going to want to watch this video next. It's called Humidity Proof Products for Curly Hair, and you'll learn exactly which products I recommend to build your humidity proof routine. Just click the video you see on your screen and I'll see you there.